ox cut shawty. You my ox cut shawty. Hey, my ox cut shawty.
What's up, guys? Wolfpak Clothing here with my man Dylan Reese. What's up, my dude? How are you?
How's everything? Thanks for having me.
Good, absolutely. We really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're in Buffalo right now. We're at the waiting room. Dylan's opening up for Huey Mack tonight. We're on the Long Way tour. It's going to be a crazy night. I'm real excited. We're just going to ask Dylan a couple questions. We'll start off, for those of you who don't really know who you are, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and who Dylan Reese was growing up?
Yeah, for sure. So now I'm 23. I've been doing music for like 5-6 years. I've had a really good year so far. I'm sure we'll get into that. But yeah, I do R&B, hip hop inspired stuff. As far as like when I was growing up, I was super into basketball. That was like my main goal, my main focus. Worked on that up until the point where I got a scholarship to play at Division III school in Boston. And then I was doing music throughout high school, like the first couple years, or the last couple years in high school. And once I got to college, it was kind of like a hobby, and my main focus was basketball, like I said. And then I was like getting more and more shows. And if you're playing sports in college, that's like a full-time job,
Yeah,
so I kind of had to make a decision if I wanted to keep playing basketball or do the music thing full throttle. But I knew if I was gonna quit basketball, that I was gonna do this shit like for real, because I put in so much work to get to that point. I'm only 5'5", so it's harder than it seems to go play college basketball.
Yeah, there's a lot of skills involved in that.
There's a lot of time that I put into
What would you play, point mostly?
Absolutely. I didn't have stand a chance anywhere else.
Right.
I was the only kid on the team like under 6 feet, and I was well below 6 feet. So so I made that choice to like, all right, fuck basketball. I'm never gonna make money playing basketball. I'm gonna do this music thing. And then since then, I've been kind of going full throttle, especially like once I graduated school, because I ended up staying and just working the Boston market while I was in school. And then once I graduated, I started getting on the road more, doing things like reaching out to other artists, collabing a lot, doing a lot of different shows.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, I think I'm still in the beginning of my journey, but I feel like I've done pretty well so far, and I like the way things are headed. So,
yeah, absolutely. Just curious, what did you major in?
I had a major in communication and a minor in integrated arts.
Okay.
Which is something that I like made up, because they didn't tell me till the last year that I needed a minor if I didn't have like a concentrated area.
Yeah.
So I had like a bunch of graphic design classes. I had like some music classes, a bunch of things like that. And I literally went to the dean's office and was like, "How about I just do integrated arts?"
Yeah.
That's
Give me
what I
something
called.
for it.
Yeah, because I had enough classes, and she was like,
just some classes to get
all
them
right,
creative.
that's
a little bit.
I already knew college was like a joke, but that's when I knew it was like really some bullshit, because I made up a minor, and they're like,
Sounds good.
"Sounds good, yeah, you can do that." I'm like, "Work." So college was kind of stupid, man, but
So
I don't want to say like, don't go to college or whatever, but it's true that it's not for everybody, and I think I was one of those people. But
so growing up, you're just a normal dude, hooping, just
dude, I was that dude. Go to school, everyone else goes home, like naps, does their homework, whatever the fuck they do, hang out with their girlfriend. I was at the court like drilling myself till I go to sleep. Like I was so locked in. Like,
word, man. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's what it is. Man. That's dope. So this is your third tour this year.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about that. Like how they've all compared to each other. Like the experiences that you've gone through this year.
This year's been hella fun. I toured in April with Academy, Jackson Bright, and William Bolton.
Okay.
And that was cool because it was only that 4 or 5 city run, but that was cool because we're all kind of similar in terms of like style and like demographic.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like all in a similar place as far as like our career. You know what I mean? So it was cool to all come together and just like experience it together. That was my first tour as a performing artist. Like I met you guys last year when I was tour managing for TJ.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were here actually in this building.
In this room, I believe.
Yeah. This room.
Maybe upstairs. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We are.
But
really? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
so yeah, like last year I did a couple tour managing gigs to like kind of learn the business and blah blah blah. But that was my first tour as a performing artist, so that was hella fun. Got to experience performing in different markets that I never played. Like we did Philly. That was my first New York City show. New Hampshire. I forget where else. But and then after that tour wrapped up, I did a run called the 8 Nights Only Tour with On Q and Henderson, who Henderson's been my homie since like 2010 because we're kind of from the same area.
Yeah.
So like we did a cypher back in the day. Like he put me on my first show ever. That's just my homie. So and then I actually met Jeremy Kogel, who is Jared Evans' manager, but he's On Q's road manager. So because I have a record with Jared Evans that came out recently.
Yeah, I just heard that. That's dope.
Appreciate it. So that's how I kind of linked up with them because I met Jeremy, and then it all just kind of made sense. Like I was friends with Henderson, blah blah blah, it all tied in. So we did 8 shows on that run. Once again, all kind of new markets I never played. Just tight. That's my favorite part. Is just going to meet people that have been supporting me for either a while or like just starting to that I haven't been
And
able
gaining
to
new
perform
fans.
for. Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
that's huge.
Of course, yeah. I mean that's the goal, but I really like seeing people that are like, yo, I've been waiting for you to come here for X amount of time, and you know what I mean. You come and they're singing the words, and you're like, what the fuck? Like I made the song in my house, like you know.
Trips you out a little bit.
Yeah, it's like okay, this is a real deal.
Hell yeah.
And then this tour with Huey, this is the 3rd tour. This is the 2nd show on the run, so it's going good so far. I mean, it's been smooth sailing on all tours, just because I feel like I'm surrounded by good people, and I put myself in strategic places where I'm working with people who have like the right intentions and like want to see everyone do well.
Yeah.
So it's been a great experience, and I'm blessed to have those, you know.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Glad to hear that. What inspired you to become a musician?
This is gonna sound like a cliche story, but it is what it is. Me and my homie were doing like parody songs when I was a junior. Like you would take like R&B songs and like rewrite them to make them like funny as hell.
Right.
And we'd sing them in the webcam, and like they were awful. They weren't meant to be like good. They were corny. They're horrible. And we did one that, I mean, when you're in high school, it's like it's easy to get people looking at your shit because everybody's just friends with everybody. You know what I mean? So we did one and like put it on YouTube, and it ended up like not blowing up, but like had like 5,000 views or something on YouTube, and like the whole school was like, "Yo, that shit was mad funny." Blah, blah. I'm just like, "What? Like, how did you guys even see this?" Like, we were just bored, like you know.
Right.
And so we did like a couple more of those, and people were digging it. So it was like funny at first. It was just a complete joke. But I was doing all the writing for like what we were gonna sing. I was like rewriting the songs, and my boy was like, "Yo, you're actually like kind of good at writing these. Like you did this mad fast. Maybe you should like try to write your own songs." So I got like a rock band mic or some shit when I was like 16. I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure this shit out. Like had a shitty computer, started figuring it out, and then that's how I like kind of dove into like mixing all my own shit because I didn't have any like connections or anything. There was no studios like where I live. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just do this. I'm probably gonna suck for a long time, but
now we're here.
Yeah, so yeah. That was
No,
6 years
everyone
ago,
starts
you know?
off that way, you know.
Yeah.
Like what separates you and people that aren't here is work ethic. So
For sure.
you know that says everyone really starts at the same spot. There's such a small percentage of people who were actually just like born
Yeah.
to do it. You
Yeah.
know, it's just the same thing with basketball. You're 5'5", you ended up playing college hoops. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you set your mind to something.
That's,
You know?
I mean, that's just the type of person I am, like, and I knew that when I was playing basketball, like, I was going to be so locked in and focused on doing that,
Right.
and I had the same mentality when I did music, like, that's how my mindset is, like, I get a goal, I set goals for myself, and I usually accomplish it, because I'm realistic in, like, what I can do, like, what's in my hands, what's not.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I can do this, this, and this in order to do that, and it usually happens because, I mean, if you put the time in, like, you can do it, you know?
Absolutely.
It's not, like, impossible.
Absolutely, it's real shit. So it's no secret that you've been crushing it this year. It's probably
Appreciate it.
your biggest year.
Absolutely.
You've dropped some real good singles with some dope artists, including our guy TJ Hickey. So with that being said, how would you say that your sound has evolved over the past year or two into what it is right now?
Well, it's evolved a lot in the past 6 years. Like I wasn't singing at all.
Mhm.
I was doing like just rap stuff. Like I was making like party rap records, but also like boom bap shit.
Well, you
'Cause
do when you're 16, 17.
Yeah,
so,
like I grew up listening to like Big L and Nas and DMX. So like I was studying shit like that to like try to. I literally rapped to try to sound like Big L. Like that was like what I was doing. But I think that made me like pretty good at rapping. And then 2014, I was like, yo, this shit is boring. Like I don't know. Like everyone's a rapper now. It's just like corny to me. I mean, it's not corny, but I just wanted some way to differentiate myself. Yeah, so I'm like, all right. And I always liked R&B music too. Like my mom was always playing like Motown stuff, like old like soul music. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna teach myself like how to sing, just like how I taught myself how to mix, just like I taught myself how to rap. So then I started diving into that stuff, and now I pretty much just do like straight up R&B, pop, funk. I don't really know what to call it. It's kind of genreless. It's kind of a blend of a whole lot of things, and that's where it's been this year. I've just been trying a lot of different sounds.
Yeah.
Like you said, I put out a lot of music, and I've been dropping a song every 10 days for this whole year. So I try to drop something different every time and see what people are gravitating towards. And I think I'm starting to find, based on like analytics, what people like and what people don't like from me. So I'm kind of honing what worked for me and what doesn't, and that's what I'll base my plans for next year on. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I think I can shine in a lot of different genres or sounds or tones. I just have to figure out what I want to do. So it's a constant thing, and I think if you're an artist, which I'm definitely like one of those like overly artistic artists who is like mad stubborn and like doesn't want to listen to anyone in terms of like their content, it's like you're always gonna evolve, whether it's minor or major. You know, like I'll never, like if I made a song today and I made a song in 3 years, like it's not gonna sound the same. It's always gonna be evolving, not necessarily for better or worse, but just because I constantly want to push the envelope and like push myself, you know.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about teaching yourself how to sing. Like, is that like starting the shower? Because I would really like to get to that point.
I mean, I would study like the best vocalists, like you know, like stuff that I love, like Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson. Not because, I mean, there's people that are just so gifted and can just fucking sing, like,
of course.
And I'll probably never be that good of a singer where I'm like
those are the 1%
a world-class vocalist. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I studied like, okay, so I hear this piece of music, this is in key for that, this isn't, and it's just, I don't know. I think I naturally have a good ear, and I have a natural ability to write like melody and rhythm, but my voice wasn't there, and I had to develop it, and it was literally just practicing and trying to emulate other things. So I'll hit the Michael Jackson high note, and it sounds fucking horrible like 3 years ago. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna do that for a long time until I can do it. You know what I mean? But then I can do like a Drake thing where it's kind of lower and like easier on my vocal cords, so I'm not dying. You know what I mean? So I started off at like the mid-level, low tone. So
is this all like just trial and error? Like you're sitting by yourself and just recording it and doing it and listening to it?
My entire life is trial and error, brother. That's my entire life. But I'm starting to figure it out at 23, so.
Okay. What can we expect in the future, like collab wise? You got anything in the works right now?
I have literally 50 songs that are not out because I mix all my own shit. I have a home studio. That's what I do full time. I mix for other people and blah blah blah. So I have the ability to make as much music as possible. So I just do that, and then whatever I want to put out, I put out. So I have a whole lot of fucking shit I'm swearing a lot. Sorry. I have a whole lot of music in the works. I have a record with Out of Sight. That's super dope. That's probably my favorite song. I'm gonna perform that tonight. Not with his verse, because he's not here. But you know Krush?
No.
Okay, that's one person you need to know because he's a fucking star.
Okay.
He's like my homie.
Where's he from?
He's from LA.
Okay.
He's amazing.
Killing it?
He's killing it. I have a record with him that's like out of this world. It's coming out on the 29th of this month. I'm working on something with Huey. I'm working on something with On Q. Just I got off tour with him. Dude, there's so much that I couldn't even tell you. But
I'm gonna look up that dude you just told me.
Dude, he's amazing.
I'm gonna check that out.
He's amazing.
Talk a little about dream collabs then. Who maybe your top 3?
Like, if I could reach anyone and it's just straight up like.
Let's even go one step further and say you get to hang out and make the song with them in the studio, not like email stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna go John Bellion.
Okay, that's awesome.
That's probably my favorite artist.
I would love to make music with him.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah, like not only is his music good, but like his vibes are crazy. I would love to hop in the studio with him.
Yeah. Pharrell, my favorite producer.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite producer ever. And probably, that's a tough one. Frank Ocean.
Okay.
Because he's rare as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
And he's one
Those
of my
are 3 phenomenal answers.
Yeah.
I love where your head's at. Those are great answers.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. I don't think mine would be much different than that.
Yeah,
That's dope.
that's like the type of shit I'm into. I just like people who always want to try new things.
Gonna open up your mind a little bit.
Yeah, because I have that type of brain, so it's like.
That's dope. I have 2 questions that came in from fans. So I'm just gonna read them right off here. Give them a little shout out. I hope
I got
that's
fans,
cool.
baby. You feel me? I'm popping out here.
No, this is from Lauren Simpson. She wanted us to ask you what song or moment are you most proud of and why?
Okay. Most proud moment, I got 2, so I'm gonna go both of them quickly. One was when I opened for John Bellion in 2014. That was his first show of his first tour ever. I was the first person to ever open for him. And I've been listening to John Bellion since like he started. And I went to his first show ever, his first time ever performing. It was in New York City, SOBs. Crazy. Met him there because it was a small ass show. It was fire. And then I ended up getting on the bill when he came to Boston. That was his first tour stop.
Mm-hmm.
The promoter or his booking agent and like his management or whatever didn't want to put any locals on the bill because I was a local. I was in Boston. I didn't have like any pull. So the promoter that I was working with was like pushing for me so hard because she knew I love John so much.
Yeah.
And I do very well in Boston, so it wasn't gonna hurt the show or anything. And then so she sent over my stuff to them like directly, and they're like, "Yo, this dude is fire. Like, put him on the show." So I was like, "Oh fuck, this is dope."
That's huge love.
So we pulled up, hung out with this dude, talked to him for like mad long. He's literally the coolest person ever. Next time he came to Boston, he like invited me back to like hang out with his band and shit. I was like, yo, this guy doesn't have to do that, but that was just cool because it was someone like I literally look up to musically and just like as a human being, and he was acknowledging
He's
what I'm.
a great person to look up to.
Yeah,
Especially as a human being too. Like
he's a great guy.
I just watched a documentary on John recently.
Yeah,
Very mind-opening.
he's amazing.
Very mind-opening. Definitely.
It was just
changed
cool
my
to see
life.
him acknowledging what I'm doing and wanting to be involved. Not even like overly involved, but just being like, yo, like you're tight, like keep doing that, like I fuck with you. Like that was like super dope. And then the second one was the first time I headlined and sold out in Massachusetts. It was just crazy. Like everyone was singing the words. All my friends were there. It was just.
Those are surreal
It
nights.
just
definitely.
when you see things pay off, that's like my favorite times, you know. So.
Rob Crawford wants to know what advice you have to any upcoming artists.
It's a good time for that because here's the perfect example of what not to do. TJ Hickey's fucking. I would just
Bullshit.
say, literally work your ass off. Focus on the brand. That's like the most important thing. That's what people don't understand. A lot of times they just think you can just be a rapper and just put your music online and fucking get famous. Like you have to build a brand and establish yourself, something that's gonna recognize who you are, and it's gonna who you are, and you're gonna be easy recognizable. And just put the work in. Don't be afraid to like try new stuff. All the cliche things that you'd expect me to say, but
Right.
I've learned that cliches are cliche for a reason because they're true, and they are true no matter what time frame you're in. Like they're just undeniable truths. That's like a cliche has like a bad like undertone to it. Like people think cliche is like bad. Like, oh, I don't want to be cliche.
Sometimes
It's like, dude,
it
that's
is,
the
but
fucking,
majority of times
that's the real thing. Like, you know.
Write this shit down, Rob. Dude's speaking truth right now.
Yeah. Shout out Rob too, man. He's always
Shout out Lauren one time.
he's always showing love.
Another cliche question, if we're gonna go with it, kind of end it. Talk to us a little bit about what we can expect in the future. Tours, new collabs, anything like that.
Constant music. Like I said, I put out a song every 10 days, and I'm gonna do that at least up until the new year, and then I'll probably replan something else for, what I'm doing. But there's always gonna be music coming out. yeah, I mean, the rest of the tour is gonna be dope. So I don't know when this is gonna come out, but I mean, I'm sure I'll have tours after this too. I just don't have anything set in stone, but they'll happen. So if you want to see me, you will. Just be patient. I don't know where you are that you're watching this, but I'll be there. So yeah, I mean, just keep up with me on social media. You know what the fucking do. It's 2016, people. You guys figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not with Dylan Reese right now, definitely get on the bandwagon. So appreciate it again.
For sure, man.
It really means a lot to us. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me.
Good luck with everything.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. I'm back in the city. I'm back in the city, baby. Shawty hit me, I ain't seen in a while, still fly me. She used to be me with the style. I've been bumping your new stuff. I'm glad you're still at it. I hit her back, I'm tryna rap my Illmatic. I just needed someone I could vibe with, someone I could ride with, yeah. Lately I've been thinking I got no friends, couple dozen fans, man, that don't make no sense. But I'ma get it till the boy can cop the old Benz. I just turned 23.